Welcome to Feature Friday, where we explore all the cool functions of our Roof Wizard software. It's a tricky one, partly because the information provided by the designer isn't entirely clear on precisely what's going on, and some of it's a little bit misleading. In any case, we will do our best, and we'll come up with a result that allows us to provide a quotation, which at the end of the day, quote is subject to site inspection, as we all know. So, I've already imported the floor plan, so-called roof plan, and I've scaled it, and I'm ready to start digitising. So, construct roof, track outline, digitise. I'm going to digitise plus or minus 45 and plus or minus 5 mil. And let's do the simple part first. So we'll do this fella from that corner up to that corner. Use your crosshairs. The crosshairs allow you to be more precise, close square. Now this is not a pitched roof, it's actually a single slope roof, and from the elevation drawings we determined that the pitch was 15 degrees. The overhang will be, say, let's measure that from there to there, and that's near enough to 750 for me. And okay, I want to change the overhang on. Oh no, I don't, because it's come up with the right overhang. Yeah, that's good. And to find the pitching line will be there, and we continue, and it builds the roof. So we've got our first bit in, beautiful, kicking goals here. Now the next bit is this big sucker here. Now, for reasons that will become apparent, you're going to say this guy's smoking funny cigarettes, but we need to imagine what we have to do to end up with the result we want. So in this instance, I'm going to digitise something way bigger than you would imagine I'd need to, but you will see the reason why in a minute. So I'm going to digitise again, plus or minus 45, and I'm going to start at the top corner up here, and I'm going to come out to the edge of that wall, this wall, using my crosshairs to align it up, and I'm going to come down to the bottom, using my crosshairs again, helping me line up as accurately as I need to. And in fact, from here I'm going to close square. Now I've got to change my overhangs, measure the overhang. What's the overhang on this fella? From there to there, it's near enough to, let's say 700. And eave height. Now the eave height of this is a little taller. Remember from when we looked at our elevations, this is about 300 mils taller than the rest, so I'm going to make it 3300. And we hit OK, and the pitching line will be there, and continue, and it builds it. Not quite right yet, but you will see why in a minute. So we've got first roof, second roof. Now we've got to do this fellow over here, and track outline, a construct roof, and we're going to track outline. Now, if I start from this corner, you will see that because I've locked the axes to 45 degrees, I can't get the line. But can get out of there, cancel out, right click cancel, and go again, digitise. If I make that 15 degrees, you will see that I'm pretty sure it's 15. So we'll see in a minute. There we go. How about that for a good guess? Righto, so we work our way around the perimeter of this fella. And I'm using my middle mouse button to scroll in and out so I get the corners more precisely. Now this assumes that they've drawn it correctly. And back down to this one. And down to here. And close straight. So, same slope, overhangs, better just double check the overhangs from there out to there, is, yeah, it's near enough to 700. And same slope, eave height. The eave height is the same as this one. It's not the same as this one, which is lower. So we hit OK. Continue. And we're going to go there. And let's have a look at what it's created. Here we get that. Now, what's not immediately apparent from the drawing is whether there's a valley in there or not. So in this case, the roof sheets are going to go normal to there. Now, I'm half inclined to think that that's actually not correct, given that they've got the rafters drawn the way they have. I'm thinking that it's probably going to be, let's use the same outline, don't delete what I've already done, change the outline, no. I'm going to make this a pitched roof. You'll see why in a minute. 15 degrees and hit OK. And now I'm going to make these edges. Did I get it? Yep. That one. And that one. And that one. And that one. If I make all those gable ends, i.e. vertical planes, it builds it, and notice now I've got a valley there, and that's not the same. If you rewind the video, you'll see that's not the same result, because now we have valleys in there. That's not the same result as we got on the first pass. So be careful of that. It's not the same thing, and it's an important difference. Okay, last remaining little bit is this fellow in the middle, and let's throw that in. Digitize, let's go back to 45 degree increments, and I'm going to go from, let's see, from there out to, see, the drawing's not all that flash, so, but the drawing's not the best. Close square, and now 15 degree slope, yes, same eave height as all these ones and this one. Overhang, eave overhang will be 0, and the gable overhang will be, looks about 700. Let's just measure it to make sure. From about there to about there. Yeah, that's near enough. 650. We'll go 650. And we hit OK. And define vertical planes. There's a vertical plane there, and a vertical plane there. Continue. Okie doke. There's our primary features of this roof, and given that we're running overtime, I'm going to pause at this point and call this part 1. And if you want to know how to do the rest of it, we'll do that in part 2. So hopefully that was instructive. There's a lot going on with this thing, and it's not difficult once you know how. So let's now pause at end of part 1 and stand by for part 2. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week on Feature Friday.